So a girl was being harassed by some hooligans in broad daylight. Sakura tried to persuade them but resulted in a one-sided brawl. He wanted to leave after giving them a warning, but the girl insists on treating him to a meal. Sakura just transferred to a local high school in town and intends to take the top spot there. The beaten hooligans brought his squad of trash to do some thrashing to fish out Sakura. He began his trash talk thinking he had the advantage in numbers, but then... Furin no sense. His momentum stopped after some trash took the girl as hostage. He's now on the defensive trying to protect the girl. His foot got cut in the process and he ended up in a predicament himself. Backup from Furin has arrived. With the break of the bat as a signal, the second round began. Hiragi focused on protecting the now injured Sakura while the remaining Furin members go about sweeping up all the remaining trash, and they did so effortlessly. The townfolk cheered them on as they took out the trash. Apparently Furin was a school made up of vigilantes for the sake of protecting the town. While they celebrate their victory, Sakura noticed a trash going for a sneak attack. He charged towards him and served him a rider kick to his face, stealing the spotlight of today's showdown. So Sakura is reluctantly doing some community service for a granny with hip issues. He was rewarded with some sandwich by Kotoha. A rowdy and clumsy blondie then entered the shop with style. He will also be attending Furin starting today. He was a die-hard fan of the Bofurin. He intends to follow the footsteps of his senpais and protect the town. After he aggravated Sakura enough, he then went out for patrol. Sakura, after having his coffee, also left. He was approached by many vendors who all stuffed him with gifts as thanks for his heroic act yesterday. He dropped them after he got startled by a girl. Blondie was in a predicament. He was getting thrashed hard by some hooligans but refused to back down. Sakura flew in with another rider kick to the face. The hooligans thought they stood a chance since they still had 4 people. However, Blondie grieved for his incompetence but was thanked by the girl who he stood up for when she got harassed. When he got himself together, he had become a fan of Sakura. He excitedly became his guide. When they got to school, they noticed they were classmates. When they got to their class, a guy in eye patch passionately welcomed and introduced him to everyone as the star of the showdown yesterday. However, when asked the reason for his transfer, a table then came flying between them. Someone didn't like the answer. So the guy who attacked them is a fanatic of the Bofurin top to the point of worshipping him. So when he heard Sakura intending to take the spot, it was the same as insulting his god. The fight had a break after Sugi took a kick to the face. They weren't able to continue due to further interruption from the PA system. It's his god giving a welcome speech to all the new students. He started his speech with some useless words of advice which only Sugi took to heart, then ended the speech with a reminder to all Bofurin members of their duty. Suo had the problematic kids made amends, and despite their reluctance they still did so regardless. Just as Sakura was getting complimented for his battle prowess, a senpai entered and had them gathered in the field. Hiragi wasn't satisfied with their sluggish gathering. While lecturing them, he heard Sakura blurting out something dangerous. He emphasized that their leader could never know Kotoha was in danger yesterday, or else. That being said, he's still one of the 4 kings of Furin. He brought his Kohais out for patrol, showed them that helping out the locals with miscellaneous tasks are also part of their duty. At the outskirts of the town, it's another gang's territory, but they see a middle schooler from their side getting chased. So Sakura and Sugi gave the lead chaser a rider kick to his face. The issue with that is they have now entered another gang's territory and also beat up their members. A conflict was bound to happen. To make matters worse, their vice commander happened to be there as well. He seemed rather friendly towards Hiragi until his drop member started screaming. He doesn't tolerate losers. He popped a bottle on him and continued the beating until Sakura intervened. He has Sakura marked and left after confiscating the jersey from his drop member, after settling all their mental and physical conditions. Hiragi then have the middle schooler brought back to Furin and have him explain the situation. At the rooftop of their school, they see their lively leader tending to his plants.